Well, here we are, the smuggler's moon. It's the gaping maw of Nar Shaddaa, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
That bad? I didn't think anything could compel you to bathe.
You spend all day thinking up that joke? Maybe you and Beodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy. It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the Refugee Sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive. Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. Well, not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians, and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy. I've plotted a course for the Refugee Sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Perhaps you have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While he walks upon the smuggler's moon, he is not to be harmed. You may watch him, observe his movements, but nothing more. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
No mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu es rectonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra.
Bani sukakran, joka mata storch ban locha. Jowana masaranka ma ramazurata. Keso juskrita lorsa. Yumacha fu eko mikuchira.
Loka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Tu rantamana sobu. Febko emareyam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Dahupo boteño go jucho picha, gwen tabani sochu, norotoga proto lalashishi, jubadosa jibacha, ratak mansan, tokosha na chitolo. Jowana masaranka ma ramazurata, keso juskrita lorsa, Yumaja fuego mikojira. Kawanabota tagwa kankadira. Yutaka alwanji yumalipa. Tues mahawika si wawanta mo guika wansoba. Wakama nurawa.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Honto no saka. Jita bedwana maticha. Tono tucha. Tocha ramakaka musuran kana. Honto no saka. Jita bedwana maticha. Si machadana. Dona we searcha makaran.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system. Yeah, in all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad. All right then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible. Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad! Yeah? Well, this is the first I've heard of it. Huts don't do business down there. This is exchange territory. I got a ship that's supposed to dock on this pad any hour now. What am I gonna do?
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in. Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure. If you save me to cripple me again, then you're worse than they are. What do you want with me? Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place so he can control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it. You don't. He comes to you. If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing. Whatever your reasons, thanks.
I saw what you did to those Exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need?
Forgive me, stranger, please. I beg you, do not kill me.
Why did you do such a thing? Giving in to your feelings over such a small matter. They would be better served elsewhere. And what would you rather do? The Force binds all things. The smallest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. These acts of cruelty may have more severe repercussions than you know, or can see. Cruelty leads to suffering, and when one suffers, it is the way of life to spread suffering. The suffering within builds until its sound is all one hears. And when a kindness is offered, it is punished. And a greater darkness is served. From one act can come tremendous power when the echo has traveled as far as it can. Send a great echo, and power will come to you. The day shall come when you can test your strength, I promise you.
Geraktada cemense bengar rukutodo unde jujuamataso benkisha manensetse. Fela dibono ta munikranaktada. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento run kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Terace wemeno totorere senesensen. Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto kurkatada. Fiera tora pada no ringatel camarada telefibo nubo da bitarana cenirara. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento run kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Terace wemeno totorere senesensen. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento run kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Terace wemeno totorere senesensen. Der rento run to wakare kwe wap gerebu. Nenso telepachan korsada nane gra dalonuta choloren. Dosane gravalantro kwe wapa teratana chingaradana.
Please, look, I already paid the exchange what I have. here's the one with your credits. About time. Look, these gentlemen are getting impatient. How did you do that? Stay away from me.
Good thing we got the drop on him before he knew what was happening.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you. It is Nar Shaddaa, the true Nar Shaddaa that you feel around you. It is this moon, with the metal and machines stripped away and the currents of the Force laid bare. I'm surprised you can feel it. I fear the damage to you had deadened you to such perceptions. What you feel is the echo of the minds of these creatures within the Force, their anger, their greed, their desperation. It is life. One might as well move the universe, but such manipulation is possible, yes. It requires that one be able to feel the critical point within the fractured mass, and know how to strike it in such a way that the echoes travel to your intended destination. Not in the sense you understand it. The ability to fool the minds of others, to dominate them on a massive scale that you speak of, is not achieved best through raw power. Manipulation is done through propelling events, or selected ones, into motion. It is done through teaching, through example, and through conviction. And the greatest of victories are not manipulations at all, but simply awakening others to the truth of what you believe, of hearing it echoed around you in life. But let us be silent. Words and thoughts are distractions. Feel this moment, for as long as it will last. Feel life as it is, with the crude matter stripped away.
Something up? All right, what did you want to know?
Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Wanatu mobayes? Dorcha no bankani honkades? Torsenda winoto. Tono tucha. Tocha ramakaka musran kana. Du noka herete pa chasa borta. Krisorcha wentense me punta. Lorcha wata yuma ni. Hodanga yuma des. Dak bota no chi tagwa ita.
Mashni manina mashna wala huda kime wa kanina na bedishna ba nak dikdishne
Jun sobe me rapa, no kuma randisa makchiksa, kucha bak tong kinka mata kata, chopa wanga kun not ka yutka kes.
Marashni wala kanimedinishni midibidinishna pastishni wa nyatauna nibenenof narone wa unura menedalanish.
Wamba siso misum kun raka wakta, nushka wana sochi rona bang mamba kan.
Hara hinemas emanana hisnashna hiha, maniwak na hana hiha ha, naure demoni much.
Wamba siso misum kun raka wakta, nushka wana sochi rona bang mamba kan.
Mashni manina mashna wala huda kime wa kanina na bedishna ba nak dikdishne Marashni wala kanimedinishni midibidinishna pastishni wa nyatauna nibenenof narone wa unura menedalanish. Mashni manina mashna wala huda kime wa kanina na bedishna ba nak dikdishne
So, you have the look of a seasoned spacer about you. What backwash you looking for? Well, honestly, there's not much for people like you and I to do around here, if you, catch my meaning. Well, our kind isn't exactly the majority on this planet. Well, there is plenty for them to do. The Pazak Den, swoop races, the Jek Tar, they're pretty much taken care of. Now there's a place that's literally deadly for our kind. Jek Tar is a bar filled with cyanogen gas. It's poisonous to you and I, but the aliens drink it up and pay good money to do so. The cyanogen gas also acts as a social buffer, since the people who typically frequent Jek Tar aren't interested in speaking to the likes of you and I in the first place.
Tarachomo sincho kavavolpa muliji kumanarminta barawamba michedos kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura tayaita ta bosananansata unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone dovrei kun miliwosa slima pogwanga sawana mucha. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura tayaita ta bosananansata chone murlera tonkinge banog jansaka nikaraska tanjanik de mawimbo kranta mi bilan. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura tayaita ta bosananansata ta come tak blaia justing miki gongo beaste kun grabila king no mulara kichi kuta grasa kisha.
Cari doko, tonaranga manatu.
Hawait matiwa to turn over there much that the Manira never for the hour out in the Benesh net mark the Kim. Hawait matiwa to turn over there much that the Manira never for the hour out in the Benesh net mark the Kimura and the Hala with Nilash no na Hawda. Mashni manina mashna wala huda kime wa kanina na bedishna ba nak dikdishne
Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Sebko emarayam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamasokin chudawanka. Mopi una wala si chokoratawa. Tonoranga manakaran, ipo inshawa.
Harmony Twatiwa to turn over there, much that never knew right there, but now I did the best net, but the Kimura, the Nala, with Nilash, no, and the Howda.
Loka kamaran endoso ran with no chabi. Tu rantamana sobu.
Harmony Twatiwa to turn over there, much that never knew right there, but now.
Manansa kapuna wasiro toke. Ni juva mari kikima.
Tawancha morechiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wish yot kuna sita dorcho ni sobawata. Tawancha morechiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wish yot kuna sita dorcho ni sobawata.
I have not trained in the dance, but the Ichani fighting arts are very dance-like in their movements. I do not think it would be a stretch for me to do this.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita, ta bosananhansata.
If you want me to, yes, I will do this for you. I would have no problem with it, truly. It is not much more than the fighting I am used to.
Muliwrawa iberendia tia Vishnu nunga se utadira mata mandrakotu sa minaringkadin.
Put this on?
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananhansata.
In that case, give it to me, and I will prepare myself.
Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanjiuma. Tonino ba pinko neyaka. Chuba picha tunayuma mochinawa. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananhansata. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananhansata.
Watagritog jimulira. Nicho Duncan now?
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananhansata. Ento mesh mi paju, watamincha yokolo undoado nukulabirawa, tines un soto.
You interrupting me for a reason? I have a lot of work to do, to manage here, right? So, what is it? Why you care about exchange, huh? I don't think so. Kotor not hire many humans. You want to waste my time? Don't flatter me. What do you want to know about exchange? Why you speak with exchange, huh? No matter. You do not decide when to speak to them. Exchange decide to speak to you. But best you keep hidden and not speak with exchange. You not want their attention, I think, huh?
Bograshon kontichaum, King Lord Aitha kun, Aitha patisa tong, Diakon batot kaun, Chona choba. Tabichayu bong, Chijiskapule, Chunbole, Watagratug, Jimula. Chupayubong labograturong agtichimait muleranyon chuba. Nihun kagratug jimut malayabist wet wata. Jiji naudung chong yomabala yuman. Yomawa ni boba lorda wish wanga shachi. Nihun kagratug jimut malayabist wet wata. Jiji naudung chong yomabala yuman. Chopiti man punjame. Sashange bedwana mulera. Chupa wanga una konticha. Chona konasa. Chopiti man punjame. Sashange bedwana mulera. Chupa wanga una konticha. Chona konasa.
Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
Your ship? I'd lay off the spice if I were you. That's our ship, not yours.
Was I talking to you? I tell you, that ship's mine. No, I don't think so. You and me, we got some business to settle. We'll see about that. Watch yourself. Nar Shaddaa can be a rough place.
Let me shoot him in the back. No one has to know.
Want to find out what's going on, talk to us. I heard the overseer kidnapped.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lispa. Huta yanolia, jukta gene chubawanki najung winoton ma no miurita.
Sintatita krom. Doci pato non è noto?
Cavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawa kachuba, sura dachi morotuko gansa.
Tu, nița mangia yumar lordawata, no sanasdika. Dovrei kun muile wosa slima po wanga samoana mucha. Dovrei kun muile wosa slima po wanga samoana mucha. Onta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone. Dovrei kun muile wosa slima po wanga samoana mucha. Da hupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Ta yaita ta bosananansata. Da hupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune.
I don't know what that witch did to you, but she's dragging you down into whatever hole she came out of. I'm only saying this because there's still a chance for you to stop this before whatever darkness she brought on you eats you alive. That's what you think, but it's gonna rot you. The signs are already in your face. Alright, what did you want to know? Yeah, that's a surprise. Did he say I owed him credits too? I'm as Atton will ever be. And whoever your trusted informant is, he's right. I did show up on Nar Shaddaa during the Jedi Civil War, along with a lot of other refugees. No, because you're asking about it. If I wanted to tell you anything, I would have come and told you. Anything else? Is this an interrogation? If so, you're terrible at it, especially for an ex-Jedi. Or whatever you are. Why don't you just crawl in my head and try to dig out whatever you're looking for rather than asking about it? You know what? I helped you get off Peragus. If I hadn't been there, you wouldn't have even gotten off the administration level. I'm trying to help you. I don't know why I'm bothering. I don't know. I'm not sure I understand it half the time. You know what? Not once have I asked you about the Mandalorian Wars. Not once. I heard about Duxon. Everyone has. I heard about Serico, and I sure as hell know about Malachor 5. What makes you think you've got the right to interrogate me on anything? You've got plenty of lives to answer for. All you Jedi do. How did you even live with yourself after Malachor? Is that why you went back to the Jedi Council? Hoping they'd kill you? But Jedi don't kill, do they? At least not their prisoners. Maybe you were counting on it when you went back in chains. So you got off easy. You were exiled, brushed under the cargo ramp, another dirty little Jedi secret. I'll tell you, all those Jedi at Malachor, they deserved it. Every last one of them. Because Jedi lie, and they manipulate, and every act of charity or kindness they do, you can drag it out squirming into the light and see it for what it is. The galaxy doesn't need Jedi arrogance or Jedi hypocrisy anymore. The Jedi, the Sith, you don't get it, do you? To the galaxy, they're the same thing. Just men and women with too much power, squabbling over religion while the rest of us burn. At least the Sith are honest about what they're killing for. The Jedi are pacifists, except in times of war. They're teachers, except when it comes to telling their students the truth. And when they save you, it's only so you can suffer more. Go ahead and try. I might be a little more than you can handle, but I expect that kind of arrogance from a Jedi. Whatever, just leave me alone. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you anyway. Well, don't get too attached to me. I don't like it. It's because I'm a deserter. It's what I do. Served in both of them. Against the Mandalorians, before and after Revan, and again, when Revan declared war on the Jedi. That's just a name. It's what we did that was important. But it was more than that. You were there. You knew how easy it was to hate the Jedi who sat back in the Republic, evaluating the threat, and watched us die against the Mandalorians. Because you can't believe in the Republic anymore after the Mandalorian Wars. After Revan, nothing was the same. Right after that final battle at Malachor, I was right there with the rest of the defectors, because it was the right thing to do. The Mandalorians were slaughtering us by the millions. The millions. You were at Serico, when they turned the Starib cities into glass craters. At Duro, when Basilisk war droids rained like meteors onto the orbiting cities. And when the Mandalorians set fire to the Zoxan plains on Ares III, the fires that still burn. Without the Jedi who turned on the Council, without you, the Republic would have lost the war. And we would all be Mandalorian slaves or corpses. We were loyal to Revan. That was enough. He saved us. After Malachor, after the Mandalorian Wars, that's when the Sith teachings started spreading through the ranks. We knew where our loyalties lay. To the Jedi who came to help us, not the ones who sat back on Dantooine and Coruscant, watching us die. So when those same Jedi who watched us die decided to start fighting us during the Jedi Civil War, we fought back. I fought back. I didn't fight Jedi. I killed them. A lot of them. People say killing Jedi is hard. It's not. You just have to be smart about it. No blasters, no getting close to them, no attacking them directly when you can gun down their allies instead. There's ways of gassing them, drugging them, making them lose control, torturing them. I was really good at it. What's worse is that killing them wasn't the best thing. Making them fall. Making them see our side of it. That was the best. I taught myself techniques. It's hard for Jedi to sense what you're really thinking if you throw up walls of strong emotions and feelings. Lust, impatience, cowardice. Most Jedi awareness doesn't cruise beyond the surface feelings, to see what's deeper. And I was good at that, throwing up walls. And my superiors knew it. Sometimes the Jedi on our side wouldn't even realize I was there. Yeah, I had a talent for it. More like instinct. I wasn't the only one. I know you left at the Mandalorian Wars, so you don't know much about what went on behind the scenes in the Jedi Civil War. But Revan understood one thing. The real battle was going to be fought between the Jedi on both sides. That was the only battle that mattered. Whoever had the most, the strongest Jedi were going to win the Civil War. If Revan couldn't convert Jedi, Revan would kill them. So Revan trained elite Sith units into assassination squads, whose duty was to go out and capture enemy Jedi. I was in one of the special units trained to do this. Revan had plans for all Jedi. I think it was important that the Jedi see his side of things, the Sith teachings. Revan wanted to break them, and then have them join him. One day, I decided not to do it anymore, so I left. Ended up on Nar Shaddaa, became someone else. I didn't think you would, after Malachor, but it was a chance. I guess I was just tired of keeping it in. And I've been with you only a short time, enough to know that as soon as someone signs on with you, they haven't got long to live. You got history. And anyone who travels with you doesn't. And maybe I want somebody to know who I was in case a story needs to be set straight. Maybe you understand. Well, there was a woman, a Jedi. She gave her life for mine. It wasn't a mission. She sought me out. She said she had come to save me. She was lying, of course, or I think she was. It doesn't matter. She told enough truth to get my attention. She said that Revan was doing something terrible to Jedi within the unknown regions. That when we captured Jedi, they were sent to a place designed to break them. And that anyone in his service who showed any ability with the Force was sent there too, to turn them, to break them into dark Jedi, or assassins trained to kill Jedi. She said that's what would happen to me, that I had the Force inside me. That's why I was so good at killing Jedi. And that when the Sith learned of it, there would be no escape, no turning back. I would become an instrument of the dark side, forever. I had heard talk in the ranks, troops vanishing. I knew what she meant, but I didn't believe her, or want to believe her. I did what I did with all Jedi. I hurt her. I hurt her a lot. And then, right when I thought she couldn't take any more, she showed me the Force, in my head. And I felt everything she felt. And I heard just an echo of what the Force was, and how what I was doing, I think I loved her. But it wasn't that kind of love. It was the kind of love where you're willing to give up everything for someone you don't even know. I killed her for crawling in my head, for showing me that. But before she opened her mind to mine, my only thought was that I would love to kill her. And at the end, I killed her because I loved her. In the end, she sacrificed herself to keep my secret, to prevent the Sith from knowing about that touch of the Force inside me. She wasted her life to save me. Me.
And I felt her die when she opened her mind. I've killed Jedi, like I said, but I was never there to feel it, to be on the receiving end. And after that, I couldn't stop feeling things. Before, guilt, lust, impatience. It had been orchestrated to get close. Now it all just kept tumbling out, and I couldn't keep doing what I was doing. So I left. I fled with the displaced war veterans to Nar Shaddaa, and I lost myself there, until the war came to an end. I wanted no more of Jedi, or Dark Jedi, or the Force. I just wanted to be left alone.
And then, I met you on Paragus.
And I thought maybe she had saved me so that I could help you. And if I can't, then I have to try. It didn't feel that way, though. It was different. Yes, but that was my choice.
But what she said, if I had remained, they would have turned me into something else.
But why would she die for me? And the feeling, that love.
You're right. I didn't think of it like that. But she tricked me. Another Jedi trick. More Jedi hypocrisy, like the others.
I'm tired of Jedi crawling in my head. I'm tired of not knowing who I am anymore. I will follow you to hell and back. I will do whatever you ask, and your enemies shall be mine. Once, I was shown the Force. I heard it. I felt it. And it was used to weaken me.
I know that turning away from it was her plan for me. And I will not walk that path any longer. I want to learn how to use the Force, as I was meant to. And there will be no place in the galaxy where Jedi or Sith can hide from me.
What must I do? Is there someone you need me to kill to prove myself?